para ver toda la agenda durante esta temporada y comprar tus boletos, ya sea para este juego o para juegos adicionales durante esta temporada. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Friday, December 13th edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your in-studio host, joining you this morning for a show packed with tons of information and, of course, tons of fun. Avija Scarborough is talking to the president of SCEA, Diane Boyer. We have agreement expert Dan Lyons with tips on how to keep the holidays happy and avoid conflict. And then we're going to head into the kitchen for a peppermint bark that is perfect for this holiday season. We're going to get to talk with our friends over at Eyepieces in Vail, talking all things helmets for this ski season. And then we're going to wrap up the show today, of course, talking to our friends over at the Eagle Valley Library District. We'll have Tegan Davis joining us with all the updates. So if you're just starting out your morning, go ahead and grab your cup of coffee, sit back, and enjoy this lovely Friday edition of Good Morning Vail that starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Escape the cold and embrace the après-ski vibes at the Grand Hyatt Spa, where you'll find tranquility rooted in traditional alpine wellness.
Welcome to the TVA Weather Center. Let's take a look at that local weather forecast for this morning. Partly cloudy skies, 23 degrees as we speak, reaching that high today of 30. And those winds coming in from the west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we look at those hourly temperatures and conditions, we're going to be looking at those cloudy temperatures throughout the day. 30 degrees is going to be our high right around noon, 28 degrees at 4. And then by 8 p.m., we're going into those 24 degrees with those cloudy skies. As we look at that I-70 corridor, like we mentioned, mostly cloudy today, 34 down in Eagle, Avon with 31. Vail, we're looking at 23 for today. And then our friends down in Denver are looking at 48 degrees for today. Let's take a look at those temperatures for tonight. It's going to be a cold one, 18 degrees, partly cloudy skies. That sunset, we're looking at 4:43 p.m. And those winds, once again, south to southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. So definitely bundle up if you're going out tonight. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast for the week. The weekend is looking mostly sunny on Saturday, a high of 42, low of 27. Sunday, we do have some chance for some precipitation with that 50% chance of some snow showers, high of 33 and a low of 13. Once again, freezing temperatures for Sunday night. Monday, sunny skies, high of 39. We're looking at a low of 20. And then on Tuesday, a few snow showers with that 40% chance of some precipitation, 33 for our high and our low of 18. Looking at Wednesday of next week, partly cloudy skies, high of 34 and a low of 17. That's your 5-day forecast. Let's take a look at that mountain report for Vail Mountain. No new snow during the last 24 or 48 hours. We do have a season total of 91 inches and that base depth of 36. Current lift hours of operation is 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. over at Vail Mountain. Now let's look at what is currently open. 19 lifts, that's 60% of terrain open, and 166 trails. Once again, those operations 9 a.m. to 3:30 in Vail Mountain. Now looking at that snow report for Beaver Creek. Once again, no new snow during the last few days. Season total of 83 inches, a base depth of 33 inches. And then we're looking at lift hour operations from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. over in Beaver Creek. As we look at those current terrain, what is open over at Beaver Creek? 12 lifts are open. That's 59 trails and 32% of the terrain. And again, we're looking at those 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. operation time. So get on out there and enjoy that snow this weekend. Up next, we have Avija Scarborough, who's talking to President of SCEA, Diane Boyer, all things ski wear. Let's take a look.
Come on.
When it comes to ski fashion, Diane Boyer, the president of Skea, a locally owned ski brand, has seen many trends through the years, and she even has a favorite decade.
I would say it was the 80s. It was so fun and exciting, and everybody was wearing it, from Ivanka Trump, no politics here, just saying, lots of fur headbands and stretch bottom suits and big blousey tops, as I say, shoulder pads and colors and brocade fabrics.
Having worked in the family business since the 70s as it evolved from ski mare to Skea, she remained at the forefront of ski fashion. But as a former professional skier, she knows that functionality is as important as the aesthetic.
The true ski clothing companies make sure that they actually function, because no matter who in our case, the lady is, if you're going up the chairlift in Vail, and it's a snowy day and you're not warm, dry, and comfortable, you're not going to be happy. So it has to work, but it has to be really pretty and look good on the snow as well. Or après at the bar.
Diane showed me a preview of next season's designs and explained to me how being eco-conscious is very important for Skea. So their faux down filling is made from recycled water bottles.
They take the water bottles and somehow reconstitute them, and it makes a very soft, puffy insulation similar to down. The difference is when this imitation down gets wet, it does not lose its loft.
And I even got a chance to test the merchandise by trying on this show-stopping outfit. Looking back through Skea's memorabilia, it's clear that skiing is so much more than just a hobby or business for Diane. It's a lifestyle, and one that helped her form a special bond with her late mom, Jocelyn Boyer.
That's me and my mom.
Her mom was a co-founder of Skea and a very integral part of Diane's life. So I asked her to share a story about her mom, and in this case, it also involves ski legend Billy Kidd.
We had a commemorative event the other day in Vail for the Colorado Ski Museum, which is one of my other passions. And Billy was there with his cowboy hat on, and he was always so kind. And when my mother would be watching my daughter's race up in Steamboat, Billy would come and sit with her. Her name is Jocelyn, and he would say, "Well, Jocelyn, you don't have to go out there and get cold. You can stay right in here in the lodge at Hallison Hill." And when I mentioned that to Billy the other day, when I saw him, he said, "Diane, your mother was one of the most wonderful ladies in the world. And if I could be half the lady that my mother was, I would be blessed." So you ask, is there anything I'd like to share? I just think everybody, no matter what industry they're in, needs to be their very best at all times and on all fronts.
And what would your mother say about you now?
I think she'd be pretty proud.
Diane's lifelong love of skiing is something she shared with her mom and is something she will always cherish.
You get out in the mountains on a beautiful, clear day, and you look out at those mountains, and you're going along a ridge line or whatever, or maybe you're skinning up and you're panting, but you're breathing and you're enjoying the world. It gives me goosebumps every time I think about it or every time I talk about it. It takes whatever bad things are in your mind and they just go away.
And what a gift that is. For TV 8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Stevie Lee Woods presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I read my first card, I tore it all to pieces.
Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and this is The Wager. Let's go, Wes! We've all heard about this pickleball craze. Celebrities are playing pickleball matches all the time, and they're challenging each other to these ridiculous bets. Now I'm bringing the cameras to their house. With new celebrities and a new bet every week.
Hell of a rally there.
It's just real, genuine conversation.
I got invited to Usher's birthday party. What am I doing here?
And some pretty crazy antics.
Good morning, Vail.
Whether it's politics or family issues, no one wants to start an argument during the holiday season, but unfortunately, it does happen. Here to help us keep the holidays happy, on behalf of DocuSign, is agreement expert and journalist Dan Lyons, who is the creator of the new Art of Agreement series about avoiding conflict. Lyon is the best-selling author of STFU, The Power of Keeping Your Mouth Shut in an Endlessly Noisy World, and he is here to share with us some results from a new survey commissioned by DocuSign. Dan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk to you about this topic, avoiding conflict during the holiday seasons, because whether it can be a really jolly time for a lot of us, it can also, there can be some flare-ups. So you're here to tell us how to avoid that. But before you do, I want to talk about this new Art of Agreement series that you created for DocuSign. Tell us a little bit about what it is and what's this series all about.
Oh, great. Well, for some context, DocuSign makes software for managing agreements, and the Art of Agreement is a series where we've gone out and talked to people who are experts at reaching agreement and often in challenging situations, so like hostage negotiators. And, for a lot of people, as you said, the holidays can be a really challenging situation. Yeah. We did a survey and found that half the people we talked to said, I'm just avoiding things this year, I'm declining invitations, because I'm just worried about conflict.
Yeah, I think the holidays can be definitely a challenging time. We're stressed, maybe we're traveling or we're having people over, and it's just, it can be a little chaotic situation. So I love that you created this series to kind of help us avoid some of those conflicts and try to keep the holidays as happy as possible. I know that you mentioned the survey that DocuSign just released that mentions that almost half of respondents avoid celebrations or skip celebrations. Were there any other interesting findings from the survey, or what else did you guys learn?
Right. Well, the flip side of that is that more than half of the people we surveyed said, I usually look forward to these get-togethers. Mm-hmm. I like going. I'd like to see my family and friends. I just don't quite know how to navigate a conversation when I'm talking to someone that I disagree with. And what we're saying is you can absolutely get through those conversations and handle it very skillfully if you use tips that we've learned from negotiators.
Yes. And I love that you mentioned that most of us don't really know how to navigate, don't really know how to negotiate. So how can we better manage these types of situations, these conflicts, or these disagreements?
Well, right. And to your point, it is really difficult. And
Yeah.
negotiators will all say, look, I wasn't naturally a great person at this, but you can learn it. So here's one tip. Define your desired outcome. Know where you want to get to at the end of this evening, which is, I want to not have an argument. 2, just listen. Ask a lot of questions and listen without judging someone. And the third one, that's really cool because it's 3 words. It's just a 3-word tip, and it's thank you because. And thank you is I express gratitude to you for sharing your opinion. Because is I identify something that I admire or that I value in your opinion. Now, once I've done that, I can share my opinion with you. And when you listen to someone, they're actually more likely to listen to you in return.
I love that because then it kind of turns more into an open dialogue, an open conversation, rather than it becoming an argument, you know? And I think taking that time, taking that step back and really expressing that gratitude to the person, whether we may agree with them or not, you know, really agreeing and validating their perspective, I think is very important. Any other holiday tips, Dan?
Right. Well, here's two more things. And I love the idea of magic words. So this one is 5 magic words, and it's a question. And it's just, why do you think that? And you have to ask that question with curiosity, right? Not with contempt. But when you ask someone that question, you're going to build empathy. They're going to start telling you things about themselves. And just that act of sharing personal information will bring you two closer together. So you might still disagree, but because you explored that disagreement with a question rather than arguing about it, you actually turned it into a positive. And the final one, I think, when all else fails, is silence. It's really underappreciated how powerful silence is, but it's awfully hard for someone to keep fighting when the other person won't punch back. So you just sit back and let them talk.
I love that. There's some definitely valuable information, valuable tips from Dan Lyons on this new Art of Agreement series, helping us keep the holidays safe, happy, healthy, and most of all, enjoy it rather than it being a time full of arguments. Dan, thank you so much for joining us and giving us these tips on how we can better enjoy the holidays. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Dan. It's a pleasure. Happy holidays to you. We are going to take a short break, but we'll be back with more of the show after this, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Discover hidden treasures at our high-end consignment store, The Aspenite, located in the heart of Glenwood Springs, we're your go-to destination for luxury finds and unique treasures, from elegant fur coats and designer handbags to locally crafted handmade candles. Our collection is curated with style and quality in mind. We believe in giving a second home to exceptional clothing, shoes, and accessories, keeping sustainability and sophistication at the forefront. Open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Sunday, we invite you to explore our one-of-a-kind selection. Got a high-end handbag, fur coat, or other luxury item to consign? Bring them to us. We'd love to help you share their story. Stop by today and experience the charm of high-end consignment at The Aspenite.
The Paltrow Cast is an award-winning weekly series featuring exclusive interviews with entertainers, athletes, and other influencers. Tune in weekdays at 10 a.m. to see where the conversation takes us.
Paltrow Cast. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Now, the holidays are just around the corner, and if you're looking for a perfect holiday treat that you can enjoy or maybe take to your next holiday party, well, Kim and Ross have got you covered because they're in the kitchen making some delicious peppermint bark. So how about we go on and check it out? Let's head over to the kitchen with Kim and Ross for this delicious peppermint bark recipe.
So we're back, and we are making my favorite holiday treat, which is peppermint bark. And I love this one because it's actually so easy. You can really throw whatever toppings that you want to. Ross, I know you mentioned you are not a cook.
Yes.
But if you brought this to like a holiday party or home for the holidays, people would be wowed, and it is the easiest.
Good to know. It looks like it's 4 ingredients.
4 ingredients, literally that's all you need. We've got, you need to start with your chocolate base. So I love, every time I go to the store, I always buy the Pepperidge Farm Milano cookies. And they do like a peppermint bark one at the holidays. And that's essentially what we're making here. So you've got, minus the cookie piece, you've got, you have 2 different kinds of chocolate. So we usually do it with like a semi-sweet chocolate and then a white chocolate piece, which obviously gives you the peppermint like taste and texture and makes you feel all wintry and fun inside, right?
Love it. Love it.
But the fun part about this is it actually only takes about 30 minutes to get everything set up, but you can make it in the microwave or you can make it on the stove, and we're going to go ahead and start making it on the stove here. So what you would typically do is you'd start with the semi-sweet chocolate, but we're actually, in the essence of time, not going to melt it because you need to basically set each layer, and we just layer it. So it starts with the base semi-sweet chocolate, and then you add the white chocolate on top of it, and then you put whatever toppings that you want to, and we're going with the classic peppermint bark today.
Love it. Yeah. Love it.
As you can see, we're not going to melt our chocolate, but what you would typically do just to get it started is you would either microwave it or you'd put it into a double boiler system. So a double boiler system, it's not, you don't actually boil it, but you just want to get things hot. You have 2 layers, and this is usually, you use this for things that are a little bit more delicate. Like if you were melting a cream cheese, I've done this where I've made a white chocolate cheesecake. So we put the cream cheese and the white chocolate, and you basically don't want the delicate ingredients to be directly on the heat. Otherwise it separates it and makes things kind of weird. So you're doing 2 layers here. We've got the pot. We've filled it with about 2 inches of water, and then we heated up that water, and we've put just another piece on top of it. And so it's a nice, easy way to melt things. If things don't melt appropriately, you can add some tricks to it. Or if you're just being lazy, I call this the lazy girl hack, just take it to the microwave and keep microwaving the chocolate at 15 seconds at a time. Stir it up and make sure it's good to go. But we're going to go ahead and start with our second layer of chocolate. With the white chocolate, you just kind of pour it in there, and you just let it kind of just melt. Typically, you want 16 ounces for this particular recipe of white chocolate. We have about 12 ounces here, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exact. And the reason I say that, it's really whatever you want to do to it.
Love that.
Right?
Love that.
So what you would do is you take your sheet pan, you put some parchment paper down, and then that first layer of chocolate, you're going to spread all over it. Since we've already set the dark chocolate piece, we've got the first layer all ready to go over here in the kitchen. So we're just going to switch this up. But you can just literally spread it, and it's nice and hard. And then you would want to pull it out and kind of warm it up to room temperature before you start adding the next layer on. So we're just waiting for this to melt, and it may be done fast enough, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. And you just kind of keep stirring it. It's starting to melt really nicely here, which is really great. So you can kind of see that, right? It's easy trick. You're going to take this home.
That's going quick.
You mentioned your mom was here for Thanksgiving, but if you go home for the holidays, you take this home to her, and she's going to be like, "What? You made this?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just starts to melt really quickly, but you don't want it to be too hot. You want it to be just hot enough. Sometimes you'll start to see the chocolate, like if it gets like weird and kind of separates, you can just add some milk, or I would suggest maybe a little coconut oil or some butter just to kind of keep everything bonded together. So yeah, so we're just going to keep stirring it. And while I stir this is the fun part, and this is where you come along.
Okay.
We've got a bunch of peppermints right now in a plastic bag. As you can see, they're in peppermint shape. But how do you make it so it's edible and you can just bite into it? Lots of fun ways. You can take a mallet, which is my preferred method, or if you've got a rolling pin at home, you can be more gentle. But you just kind of hit it a couple times. But we've got both here just for you to try out and see.
And what's the safety procedure with the mallet in the kitchen?
Don't hit it too hard.
Okay.
Maybe wear glasses, goggles, something to block your eyes.
Make sure no one's behind you.
You should be a little bit gentle.
All right, here we go.
Noise is okay. Yeah, there you go. Or you can try pushing with the rolling pin.
I'm going to try one more. All right. Yeah, we're going to try the roller here.
Personally, I think it's fun just to kind of hammer away at it. Yeah.
Is there a blender trick or something?
Just there we go. Yeah. just watch it.
Is this really loud?
You know,
Is this coming through loud?
People love kitchen noises. We are just going at it.
All right.
It's obviously a lot more exciting than me stirring white chocolate as it continues to melt.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Ross, I don't know what you're...
Just kidding.
I mean, to me, you look like you're a pretty good cook right now. I don't know
man.
about this hammering
We're halfway
method.
there on these.
So we're doing great. The double boiler is perfect temperature. If you look at our white chocolate here, you can see it's just melting really nicely. I think we're going to add a little... I didn't add the whole bag because I wanted to make sure this was melting just well enough, but we're going to add a little bit more. Looks like I almost put the whole bag in there. And then as we continue to do this, the closer it gets to melting down, the last ingredient, we've got our dark chocolate, our white chocolate, our peppermints, and you mentioned it was 4 ingredients. The last ingredient to add a little bit more flavor to it is the peppermint extract.
Love that.
So we're only adding it to the white chocolate layer. As we continue to stir this white chocolate and you keep hammering away, we are getting after it. I say it's quick and easy, it really is. The only thing for this one is that you've got to put it, each layer has to set for about 30 minutes, and you want to make sure that it's completely cold before you pull it out, just so it gives the layers time to bond together. Otherwise, the white chocolate might separate from the dark chocolate.
I will say, I think this is a great job for the children in the kitchen.
Well, you gotta watch out for little fingers.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, this white chocolate melt is looking fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. So typically your recipe would be 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate, 16 ounces of the white chocolate. We did a bag of 12 ounces, but it really doesn't matter. Again, it really doesn't. And then you're doing about a half a teaspoon of peppermint extract, kind of like I do my vanilla extract. I don't really measure it that well. So we're just going to dump some in. All right. While we are setting this up, I just poured my peppermint extract in. I'm going to mix it all up, and then we'll be right back with the finished product after this. Made it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out here. You want to make sure that it sets for about 30 minutes, the 2 different layers, so they can really meld together. Now, it doesn't matter what it looks like when it's in whole form because you're going to be breaking it up into pieces. Right. You know, I love breaking this up and then putting it in a really nice, like, Christmas tin so you can give it away as gifts or if you just want to eat the leftovers. But the best way to do this, to break it up into pieces, is to actually take a knife. You would think you want to take your hands and just break it, but if you use a knife, it makes sure that the layers stay together. Because if you break it with your hands, you know, you might get white chocolate and the dark chocolate piece, and then it's not all together. But it's really easy. It just peels right off of the parchment paper like that. And then all you have to do is take a knife. You can just break it in different sizes, and it's delicious. It's pretty good. You did a great job.
Peppermint looks amazing.
I'd say you can see the shine, the sparkle of all the peppermint pieces. But one of the fun things about this too, you can put M&Ms on it, you can throw pretzel pieces, you can put nuts, maybe dried fruit, whatever you want, and just make it a delicious thing. You don't even have to use 2 types of chocolate. So this is just a fun party trick. You can melt it in the microwave if you're not a kitchen person.
Good morning, Vail.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season at Farley.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But on that very first chair, 2 very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, N-A-T-E, D-O-G-G-G-G.
My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first chair.
Second chair nightmare.
Yeah, it's a second chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
There's no better place to celebrate this season than with holidays around the world at the Sebastian Vail. From December 14th through January 1st, embark on a festive journey that captures the essence of global holiday traditions from the United States, Mexico, Italy, Brazil, and the United Kingdom. Delight in cultural live music, savor international cuisine, create festive crafts, and much more. Plus, no holiday season would be complete without the Sebastian Signature Hot Cocoa. Book your adventure now at thesebastianvail.com.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
As we continue to celebrate the holidays here at TV8, we wanted to remind you that there's still time to advertise your product or service with our audience. With the Ring in the New Year special, you can promote your business from December 26th through January 6th. We'll run your spot 10 times a day for 12 consecutive days. That's a total of 120 spots to drive traffic to your business for only $250. And if you don't have a commercial yet, don't worry. TV8 will help create one from your photos or videos at no extra charge. So contact us today to reserve your spot. And from everyone here at TV8, happy holidays.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. Looking once again at that local weather forecast on this Friday morning. Partly cloudy skies. We did have that temperature of 23 degrees at 8 a.m. this morning, reaching that high of 30, and those winds coming in from the west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we look at those hourly temperatures for the rest of the day, noon 30 degrees with cloudy skies. 4 p.m. temperatures dropping down to 28, and then by 8 p.m. we're reaching those 24 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Now looking at tomorrow's temperatures, actually we're going to look at the I-70 corridor first. Let's take a look down in Eagle, 34 degrees, Avon 31, Vail 23, and then our friends down in Eagle with a little bit warmer temperatures looking at 48 degrees today. Now let's take a look at those temperatures for tonight. Partly cloudy skies. The temperatures dropping down to 18 degrees. As we mentioned, it is going to be a chilly one, so bundle up if you're out tonight. Sunset at 4:43 p.m. and then winds coming in southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at that 5-day extended forecast for the weekend. Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high of 42, low of 27. Going into Sunday, we do have that 50% chance of some snow showers with a high of 33 and a low of 13. Going into next week, Monday, sunny skies return, high of 39, low of 20. And then as we make our way down the week, Tuesday, some probability for snow showers with that 40%, high of 33 and a low of 18. As we look at Wednesday of next week, partly cloudy skies, a high of 34 and a low of 17. So there's your extended weather forecast for the next 5 days. Up next, we've got Ross in Lion's Head talking to our friends of Eyepieces of Vail, all things helmets. So let's take a look.
Welcome into Eyepieces of Vail. We're here in the Lion's Head Village location with Philip Dieter, and we are talking helmets now. Philip, how are we doing?
I'm great, thank you.
So obviously Eyepieces of Vail has everything you need for your eyes, but so much more, and we're talking helmets today. What do we have behind us?
So we carry a variety of helmets. Each one has a slightly different shape and some unique features to keep you both safe and styling out on the mountain.
Yeah, and I don't care how cool you think you look. If you don't have a helmet on, it's not very cool. So very important to wear helmets, and there's so much technology that goes into these, right?
It is. And I'm going to start with one of my favorites from Annan. So everyone has heard probably of the MIP system, the multi-directional impact protection system. Annan has something that's very similar and works effectively the same way. It's called Wave Cell. If you kind of look inside the helmet, you can kind of see it almost looks like the center median on the highways. It's like a crumple zone. So whether you fall and you take a single direction hit, or whether it's kind of multi-directional and twisting, that crumple zone on the inside of the helmet is going to kind of collapse and absorb most of the impact, so your brain is not taking the brunt of it.
Yeah, which is really important, and that MIPS technology and that wave cell technology is really helping skiers and snowboarders because you don't know what's going to happen out there.
Exactly. I mean, it's always be prepared. And that's why we recommend that if you ever do take a hit with your helmet, or if it's just getting, 5, 6 years old, it's time to replace it. You really want to have the safest equipment you can so you have the most pleasurable experience out there.
Definitely. And with such a variety of helmets, you kind of get that safety and you get to pick kind of a style you like as well, right? So this is a beautiful red one.
Exactly. So this one is from Smith. We have two different models from Smith, both the Vantage and the Nexus. The Vantage has been in our lineup for a while. It's a great helmet. The Nexus adds a little plusher collar around here. Both the Nexus and the Vantage have this adaptive fit wheel back here. So if it's just a smidge too small or a smidge too big, you can open and close that, and it gives you a little bit more control on the fit of the helmet.
Yeah, and I love that one personally because I wear different kinds of hats underneath, and sometimes I need it a little bit tighter, a little bit looser, kind of depending on the beanie I'm wearing.
Exactly. So now you can really customize that fit, again, for your comfort on the mountain.
Yeah, and what's also nice about these two is a lot of the goggles kind of match perfectly with these, right?
They do, but I certainly, if Annan goggle is your favorite and the Smith helmet is your favorite, we have multi-sizes in everything, so we're able to really kind of tailor that to your face and to the fit.
Yeah, perfect. What else do we have here?
So most of the helmets also have this ventilation system. Smith happens to have 2 vents, so you can really control the temperature. All of them have the strap in the back to hold your goggles in place. And most of the helmets now also on the side, you can add the sound system, like from Outdoor Tech that we sell. That way you can stay in touch with others on the mountain, or maybe have some low background music in your ears while you're enjoying the snow.
Yeah, that's kind of taking it to that next level with that sound system. And those vents are so important because when it's out there at 8:30 in the morning and the sun's not quite up and it's cold, you want those vents kind of closed. When the sun's out at noon and it's been out for a couple hours, you want those vents open. So really some good technology.
Exactly, and you can do it on the fly. I mean, because, up at the top of the mountain, conditions can change really quickly. So just with a simple switch of the lever, you can, be comfortable.
Yeah, love it. What's this one we got?
So we also carry Sweep Protection, and I have 3 models from Sweep Protection: the Switcher, the Grimner, and the Trooper. So each one has a slightly different fit. Again, capable of the sound system and that important MIP system for protection. So all the same features, just a little different shape. Our Grimner is a great helmet. It's one of the lightest helmets that I have. So for someone that wants, just kind of that mobility and lightweight feeling, but it's super protective as well too.
Yeah, that one's pretty slick with the all black there.
Yeah. So again, we try to offer a bunch of different colors. You'll see a bunch here. A couple other helmets I have been something we've introduced in the last couple of years. This one's from Giro, and you notice right off the bat that this one has the integrated goggle in it. So for kids who lose their goggles, or even someone that just wants the simplicity and the kind of the sleek design of this, you have the goggle built right in. So I have this from Giro, and again, same venting system, same adaptive fit in the back.
Yeah, that one's pretty slick with the goggles attached to it.
It is, and one of my favorites is from Kask. Everyone says, "Oh, it looks like a motorcycle helmet." Well, it's kind of inspired by that. I really like Kask because, again, ventilation system, really comfortable fit. Some of them have a photochromic lens in the front, so it starts out low light, and as the sun hits it, it will darken. So you don't have to worry about changing anything. You just flip it down and go. The other thing about a lot of the Kasks that we really started seeing a lot last year was the integrated sound system. So this already has it built in. So you have your Bluetooth kind of built in, your helmet and your goggle, so everything's all in one. So you're done.
Yeah, and so with that technology, right, it's kind of like you tap it to answer a call? How's it exactly work?
Exactly. So it's just through touch here. So you touch the side, and then you can, make adjustments, turn it on and off, things like that. So
I'm usually trying to pick up and hang up real quick when someone's calling me out on the mound, so that makes that a lot easier than pulling your phone out.
Exactly. But really lightweight, really comfortable, and it does the trick all the way around.
Awesome. And then, so obviously here at Eyepieces of Vail, these helmets are out year round. Definitely check it out. What else should people know about helmets here?
I think it's really important just to know that, old helmets, really aren't as safe. So you really want to update your technology as as the years go by. And just like your goggles, I always let my helmet completely dry out. You don't want to take a cold helmet that's wet out in the morning because you're not going to be comfortable. But other than that, and I never store my goggles or helmet like in my basement or my attic or any place. It's too hot, too wet, too cold, whatever. So I just usually keep them in a closet or a sock drawer. That way, they're not being exposed to unnecessary moisture or temperature.
Just another great pro tip from Philip here at Eyepieces of Vail. Philip, thanks so much for joining us this morning. And check out Eyepieces of Vail. So much more than eyewear. The helmets here are great variety, and they look good too.
Thanks so much. I appreciate you coming in.
Come on into Eyepieces of Vail, and we'll be back. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities for points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point for this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
When it comes to buying flooring for your Colorado home, there's only one store in the Vail Valley to visit, Rugs Benedict. Visit our 12,000 square foot showroom to find the perfect floors for your home or business. We have hundreds of choices in stock and offer professional installation with a lifetime installation guarantee. We've been serving the Vail Valley for 50 years, and we can't wait to have our team floor you. We are conveniently located just off I-70. Stop by our showroom today.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No.
Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail, everyone. Now, the Eagle Valley Library District recently revealed their vision for 2025, and Ross had the opportunity to sit down with Tegan Davis and learn all about it. So let's take a look and learn what the 2025 vision is for the Eagle Valley Library District.
The Eagle County Library District does so much for us here in the Valley, and looking ahead, they are starting to plan what they're going to do by 2050. And joining us now, we have Tegan Davis of the Eagle County Library District. Tegan, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I don't even know what I'm doing in like 10 minutes. What's going on at the libraries right now, looking ahead?
We're planning ahead. We're looking ahead. So we're creating a facility master study. So we're looking for feedback from the public, our patrons, letting us know what they want to see in the future. So we're looking, this is a 10-year study, but we've been looking out to 2050. And when we get to 2050, our service population is going to be 62,000 plus. So what does library services look for 62,000? How can we keep serving our patrons?
Love that. So how do people put their input?
Yeah, so at all three libraries, so Eagle, Gypsum, and Avon, we have our boards. So these are inspirational boards. These are bubble architectural drawings. We're trying to program out space. Nothing is set in stone. We are dreaming, and we're inviting the community to come dream with us.
Yeah, so what do those dreams look like?
So, expanded children's spaces, adult spaces, up in Gypsum, maybe a second floor, so that we can accommodate our growth with our collection, as well as how we want to program out spaces for the community. So we do have a lot of people that use our community rooms, but they, how can we make it even bigger? 150 people, can we divide it so we can have smaller meetings? So again, just dreaming, come dream with us. You can leave a little sticky on what you like, what you don't like. We have comment cards.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy. Just tell us your ideas.
I love that. Well, I was in the Avon Library yesterday.
Yes.
Picked up I finally did it. After 12 years living here, I am officially a library card owner.
Yes.
Very excited about that.
Thank you. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, where was I didn't see the plan.
Oh, okay.
Stuff in there. Where is it in there?
They're setting up today. So as you walk in and you're going to the elevator toward in Avon, we're going to be stationing out that space. And Eagle is going to be in the main area when you walk in next to the front desk, circulation desk. And in Gypsum, it's going to be in the community room because we can hang them on the art boards.
Love that. Are kids allowed to?
Yes.
I would love
absolutely.
to see what some of these kids think libraries should look like in 20, 25 years. Amazing. What else is going on at the libraries, kind of rolling into winter season here and stuff going on? Any events and stuff people can do, right?
Always. So cozy season. So we got stuff for the littles. So as it gets colder and the littles can't go outside as much, come to the library. We have story times, baby through toddler and preschool. We got bilingual. We got family. Then we got our after school clubs. So you can come on over and hit us after school. So we got What's Up Wednesday, Thumbs Up Thursday, and Friday Fun Club. We like alliteration.
Love that.
And then we got our teen after school, teen nights is what we call it, because they get out a little bit later, and so they come join us later. And then we have our adult programming. We have our silent book club. So this is a book club that you can go. There's no homework. There's no assigned reading. You read what you want. You can come and you can talk about or not talk about it. And then you are just with like-minded people, and you can take a moment to read together and chat together.
So fun. So there's always something going on at that library. I was in there yesterday and I got caught up. They had a big kind of map book open.
Oh, yes.
On a map of Africa. And I was like, I don't know Africa that well. So I'm just kind of moseying around the library looking at stuff that's open. There was a great Native American kind of collection of books there in the Avon Library. That was really interesting. I thought about getting one of those with my new library card.
Yes, bring it home.
And then so with this plan or kind of thinking ahead, is it hard? Is it fun?
It's fun and it's also hard because you look at the facility that you have now and you're like, well, how would we do that? And so it's letting go of the now and just pretending that walls don't exist, and that you can do what you want. But we're thinking about so we have this many people attend our programs and we have this many people come through our doors. So, on average in Avon, we have over 500 people a week walk through that. So we have, I'm trying to think of Avon since January through September, and we're a little low. We had 76,000 people come into that library. So what does it mean when our population goes from 45,000 to 62,000? How are we going to accommodate everyone and then have our programs? And we have programs that we have 100 people to. Well, do we need a space for 150? What does that look like? So again, it is getting all this data and getting public input so that we can make it for you and what you want.
Do you know the history of the people that designed a lot of the libraries out here?
I have it written down.
It's fascinating. There's a story coming out in Vail Valley Magazine coming out soon. It's fascinating. It's these 3 local women.
Yes.
With insane backgrounds, growing up kind of in the age where women weren't really in the architecture field, and each has a specialty of these 3 women, and it's amazing, and it's just kind of brings that light bulb up that we have some experts here to help out when it's time to do this stuff. But we're not talking like new libraries. We're just talking.
We're dreaming about what our current facilities, can they handle that growth? What does that look like? What are the spaces going to be programmed out to be? And what do we need in these spaces? So we know we need data, and we know we need electrical points, always. But what else does our community need based upon what we're doing now and the trends going forward?
Love that. Well, the kind of back to the future person in me. Can't we just like eat something and then we read a book?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that where technology is going? Is that part of the master plan, something like that? Make it a little easier, less time consuming.
Less time consuming, yeah.
What are you reading these days?
So I've been reading some manga because I needed something light and fun. And then, of course, I always have a nonfiction floating around because I also like, I just like learning.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
What about yourself?
You're in the right field, I think. Right. I saw a very interesting one. I kind of flipped through a couple pages, like I said yesterday, about the Native Americans, and kind of this one was about real estate.
Oh,
and I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Things change, but they don't really change. So this kind of idea of real estate way back around Native American times kind of piqued my interest.
Yep.
So I know right where it is.
Native American Heritage Month.
Might be there and pick that one up. But
good.
no, I'm a big sports guy, so I'm consuming a lot of sports reading right
very
now.
Nice. We have a great section for that.
Yeah?
Yep, in the 700s.
Love that.
Yep, come on down. It's
Love that.
downstairs in Avon, and we've got it wraps around the shelf.
Love that. Well, it took me about 3 minutes and 22 seconds to get my library card.
Yes, okay,
very
good.
Easy, very seamless. Love all the volunteers there. What do people need to know if they're coming to any of the events, or if they want to get a library card? What do people know if they've never been to one of the libraries?
Okay, so we just need photo ID that you are you, and it can be a ski pass, gym pass, Costco card, and you can get a library card. Even if you don't have a library card, you can still look at the materials and hang out in the library and read the materials. If you want to take them home, that's where you need a library card. Yep. All our programs are free. Anyone can attend them. They're free and open to the public. You don't have to have a library card to attend the movies or our programs. Yep. You also don't have to have a library card to use our computers. Yep. So if you're just visiting and you need to hop on real quick, we have a little tag and you can hop on. And we try to make our space opening and welcome, and anyone can come and use it.
Well, you guys are succeeding at that.
Oh, good.
Definitely stop by the local libraries. Give your input. It's a fun time to kind of look ahead.
Yeah, dream with us.
Dream with the local libraries. Anything else I should ask? Anything else people should know?
Our website is evld.org, and we're at Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum.
Love that. Love that. I don't know. I got to think about it. I don't know what my input is quite yet. But yeah, the local libraries, you guys do such an amazing job. They are very welcoming, and it's very well curated, and everyone's so nice in there. So.
Oh, good. I'm glad you hang out and you use them.
Thanks to you and your team. And you'll see me at the Avon Library later today. Thanks so much, and we'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Welcome to Nantucket Rope Bracelets. All of our stylish bracelets are handmade in our Nantucket workshop, using only the best non-shrinking line with soft, flexible finish. Find us at NantucketRopeBracelets.com and order your beautiful piece from Nantucket today.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, we are wrapping up today's show, taking one last look at that local weather forecast for this morning. Partly cloudy skies. We were looking at that temperature right around 8 a.m. of 23 degrees, reaching that high today of 30, winds west to southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we look at those hourly temperatures, noon at 30 degrees, 4 p.m. at 28, and then 8 p.m. at 24, with those cloudy skies remaining throughout the rest of the day. Eagle 34 for today, Avon 31, Vail 23 degrees, and then our friends over at Denver reaching that 48 degrees for today. As we look at those low temperatures for tonight, 18 degrees, partly cloudy skies, sunset at 4:43 p.m. And again, relatively easy winds this night. Let's look at that extended forecast tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, high of 42, low of 27. Sunday, we do have that 50% chance for some snow showers. We do have that high of 33, low of 13. Going into Monday, high of 39. Sunny skies return, low of 24 that Monday evening. Tuesday, that 40% chance of some few snow showers throughout the day. 33 degrees are high, and then we're looking at the low of 18 for Tuesday. Wednesday, high of 34, low of 17, partly cloudy skies. So definitely some snow in the forecast during the next few days, especially as we look at that Sunday. So thank you so much for joining us on this Friday, December 13th edition of Good Morning Vail. Thank you to all of our guests on the show today, learning some things about how to keep the holidays happy and safe and avoid those arguments. We talked some things, helmets, SCEA, and so many things with the library district as well. So we hope you enjoyed the show. Tune back in here tomorrow for more Good Morning Vail at 8 a.m. and get on out there and enjoy the beautiful weekend. Do lots of things out there in the community, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to